Hey coaches, it's Jasmine Rendon here. I'm actually leaving an appointment, so I thought this would be a good time to make a quick video for our group. Now, the topic I'm going to talk about today is more of a little strategy that I use when I'm working my Beachbody business, and it's helped me, and I think, well, if maybe other people might have the same mindset, maybe it'll be helpful to share with you guys. So take it for what it's worth, and this is really speaking to those coaches who are looking at this long term, who really want to get to where they're going, and not the hobby coaches who are just content with paying for their Shakeology. So I'm a very structured person, and when I mean that, I come from a corporate background. I like calendars, I like schedules. I need to know when something's going to happen so I can plan at least as much as I can plan. But I'm also, I'm very spontaneous too, so don't get me wrong. But it's more when it comes to the business side. So with that said, when I started with Beachbody and I started digging in a little bit more, I figured, wow, okay, this is great. I can make my own hours, I can do my own thing and schedule my power hour and all that great stuff that we've been taught to do. All great content. For me, it goes a little bit deeper though. If I want a certain goal, or if I'm looking to live a certain lifestyle or pay off a certain debt, I need an action plan. I need to take the steps towards it. I need to have that, kind of locked and loaded in my radar. With that said, how am I going to reach that goal? If I'm just putting in 1 to 2 hours a day, maybe I'll hit it. Maybe I'll hit it sooner than later. But then I started really thinking, you know what? I really want this to grow, and I want this to grow faster. So I need to stop kind of piddling around with it. So I started going into my Beachbody business as if this was my job. Most of us show up to work 8 to 5, do our 40, we get a paycheck in a couple weeks. Yay, we're happy, we have food on the table, rent is paid, right? Good deal. Now, what if we showed up to our Beachbody business like it's our job? Like we actually have a supervisor that's going to come and tap us on the shoulder when we don't hit our quotas. I know that's the beauty of this business. I get it. But I am not at the position yet where I can have the luxury to say, oh, I can set my own schedules and I want to go on vacation, to the mountains in 3 weeks and tomorrow. I'm not there yet, but I want to get there. So until I can get there, this is not my business. This is my job. Two different concepts. I don't want flexibility right now. I want to grind it out in my job, show up for work, until I earn the title that this is my job, this is my business. What does that mean to me? Well, that means I have to show up every single day. I have to do what my 3 vital behaviors. I have to keep reaching out to people. I have to keep making new friends. I have to. There is no maybes. This is my job. If I don't show up today, my supervisor is going to tap me on my shoulder and say, show me your numbers. Did you hit Success Club? Non-negotiable at this point. If I'm struggling at the last minute, hey, till the very last hour, we're doing it. We're grinding it out. That's what you would do for your job, right? If you knew there was a deadline, you would stay at work late, wouldn't you? Why not treat your Beachbody business that way? The beauty of thinking like this now is that we're growing our own business. So in the future, we can look back and say, man, did I grind it out those first 3 or 5 years, however long it's going to take us. We're all going to be different. For the pleasure of heading up to the mountain tomorrow with no worries, with debt paid off, all that good stuff. But until I have that luxury to say that, this is my job. I don't want to fire myself. If I showed up to work and I saw myself from a third-party view, would I fire me? That's another thing I tell myself every single day. Get up, get going. You have goals to hit. Look at this as your job, not as your luxury yet, unless you're there. If you're there, God bless you. I wish I was. But until then, I'm disciplining myself to think of it as my job. I work the hours I promised that I would work, and I'm going to hit those quotas. And unless it's something that I cannot control myself, obviously, then so be it. So that's just something that works for me, looking at this more as a structured, maybe employer-employee relationship with myself. Maybe have some family fun. Ask your kids to be your supervisors to make sure they call you out when you're not hitting your goals, or you're not if you're just scrolling through Facebook, and they can call you out saying, hey, you said you were going to be talking to someone, not liking pages on Facebook or on Pinterest. Really think about that, and hopefully this was helpful for you. I know it probably came off a little bit odd, but look at this as your job, so that way you can have food on the table 5 years from now. You know, with Beachbody, it's what you do, how you do it, and the consistency. All about consistency. So you might not get the paycheck in 2 weeks from now, like a standard 8 to 5, but if you keep doing what you're doing, you'll have everything that you want in, you know, 3 to 5 years, or however long that your game plan is. Everyone's different. So hopefully, guys, this was helpful. Show up every day like it's your job. Earn the title of it to be your business. That's going to provide you the freedom later on. All right? Talk to you later, and hopefully you guys have a great week. Bye-bye.